This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Cohn.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. University of Montana head coach, football coach Bob Stitt is out.
On the heels of Saturday's loss to cross-state rival Montana State, UM Athletic Director Kent Haslam says Stitt's contract will not be renewed for 2018.
Now, Q2 Sports Director Scott Breen joins us tonight with more on today's sudden announcement. Scott, what can you tell us?
Well, in this day and age, everybody speculates on the rapid firing of head football coaches. And today, this afternoon, Montana did confirm it's not going to renew Bob Stitt's contract. He was actually no losing coach by any means, 21-14 overall, 14-10 in the Big Sky. But he lost the last two to Montana State. Grizz finished 7-4 this season and also missed out on playoffs for the second consecutive year. Now, word from booster and fans statewide had really been mounting. They were telling me that he wasn't really a people person and didn't care for the caravans or some golf tournaments, etc. So that very likely factored in as well. But again, the bottom line, Grizz fans are so passionate about wins. It's a rich traditional program with expectations of at least reaching the playoffs. So now the search is on. Coming up in sports, I'll tell you who the lead candidate is to replace Bob Stitt, who takes over in the meantime, and what Grizz Athletic Director Kent Haslam said at today's media conference. Some sudden news, no question about it.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Elsewhere tonight, Billings police have now identified the headless body that was found last week on the city's west end.
Police confirmed the victim is 41-year-old Myron Wesley Knight of Billings. Knight's body was found last Thursday by two men who were walking in a secluded area off of 32nd Street West near Gable Road.
Deputy Coroner Cliff Mahoney says the man was decapitated, but police did find the man's head. But as yet, police have not released any information about possible suspects. But tonight, they have offered a $1,000 reward offered for any information about the crime.
This afternoon, authorities also identified the man shot by police officers following a chase late Friday night.
24-year-old Preston David Bell, with addresses in both Billings and Hardin, died early Saturday morning. Officers shut down the pursuit for safety reasons, but later were able to locate Bell in South Billings, where he was apparently slumped over the steering wheel of a car. Once Bell came to, he tried to flee the scene again. In
the process, the truck he was driving struck several patrol cars, forcing officers to jump out of the way. Now, 5 officers fired at the vehicle, hitting and killing the suspect. Tonight, those 5 officers are on administrative leave per department protocol.
This is the third officer-involved shooting here in Billings in just over a month. The addition of more officers on administrative leave, well, it complicates a situation where BPD is already below the national average for the number of officers.
Q2 Samantha Harrelson joins us now with what this means on the street. Sammy.
Jay and Jeanelle, it means officers are stretched thin. The department has 150 sworn officers. About 75 to 80 of those are patrol officers. Right now, the department is down 13 officers, all on administrative leave due to shooting investigations. Here's a look at the last 6 months. The 4 officers involved in a suicidal man near the airport back in May all returned to work in early June. 2 officers involved in the shooting at the Lazy KT Motel back in October were able to come back to work just 5 days ago. The 8 officers involved in the shooting at Big Bear Sports are expected to return to work this week. There is no expected date of return yet for the 5 officers involved in this weekend's shooting. Lieutenant Lawrence says they're managing despite being a little unexpectedly short-staffed. Officers have come in early, stayed late, and signed up for extra shifts so the department is able to maintain their minimum staffing requirements.
Yeah, I think we've managed it very well. Again, our officers step up. They know what needs to be done, and they do a great job in filling those gaps and working the extra hours needed to cover those shifts. So they do a great job with it.
Officers are allowed back from administrative leave once an investigation has been completed, and the officers go through the required steps, including a visit to a doctor. Jay and Jeanelle.
All right, thanks so much, Sammy.
In Ravalli County, a jury trial finds a former Western Montana physician guilty on all charges, including negligent homicide.
Florence Dr. Chris Christensen overprescribed and misprescribed prescription drugs. MTN's Augusta McDonald was in court today.
With the jury's decision today, Christensen could be sentenced for up to 405 years.
The direct reflection of this case is you can't do this. And I think the medical community, or I know the medical community, recognizes this is an outlier. This guy was an outlier. This was not the norm.
That total stems from 22 charges, 2 negligent homicide, 9 counts of criminal endangerment, and 11 counts of distribution of dangerous drugs following the trial that lasted 4 weeks. Christensen's clinic was raided in 2014. Hundreds of charges were initially brought against him, but were dropped when the trial started.
This is a nice day of justice for a number of these victims, including Greg Griffin and Kara Philbrick, who are no longer with us. I think their families can take a little solace that somebody's paying attention, that this jury paid attention and is speaking up on their behalf.
The mother of one of the negligent homicide victims testified earlier in the trial and says she is grateful for prosecutors and the criminal justice system for how it delivered justice for her son.
I will see Greg again someday.
Reporting in Hamilton, I'm Augusta McDonald for MTN News.
And Augusta tells us that Christensen's sentencing has now been set for the 27th of December.
A big piece of the budget balancing package approved last week by the Montana legislature is already being challenged in court. Now, the fight is over $30 million from the State Workers' Compensation Fund investment portfolio. In last week's special session, lawmakers passed a bill to transfer the money from the State Work Comp Fund to the state treasury. But on Friday, the Montana State Fund filed suit to block that transfer, calling it illegal and unconstitutional. The state fund is a quasi-governmental agency that writes work comp insurance for about 26,000 businesses in Montana. Governor Steve Bullock proposed the transfer to help fill the $227 million hole in the state budget, and his office says today it has serious concerns about the propriety of the lawsuit. The state fund president, Lawrence Hubbard, tells MTN News the money in the fund is the property of its business policyholders and cannot be used to pay for general government services.
Policyholders pay premium for payment of workers' compensation benefits to injured workers. They don't pay premium to pay for the fiscal crisis of the state for anything, fire suppression or otherwise. It wouldn't matter whether it was $10 or $10 million. The question is, are these assets public monies, or are they monies that are held in trust for the policyholders and their injured workers?
And a state judge on Friday rejected the fund's request for a temporary order blocking the money transfer and instead set a December 4th hearing on that case.
A big step forward today for the Keystone XL pipeline. Nebraska officials voting to allow the controversial project to cross the Cornhusker State, a key to completing TransCanada's 2,600-mile pipeline network from Alberta to the Texas Gulf Coast. Today's vote from the Nebraska Public Service Commission, 3-2 to grant the permit. It's important to note, though, that the commission did not approve TransCanada's preferred route, but rather an alternate route that will have the least environmental impact. But opponents are vowing to keep up their fight against the project.
And as a member of the Treaty Alliance of Tribes that run from Canada through Nebraska, 150 different tribal nations altogether, we'll continue to fight the Keystone route and what it means for our water, for our land, for our future generations, our resources, and all those natives and non-natives that are impacted by this, and all of our people. We're not happy about this. You heard it today.
The U.S. State Department says the Keystone will provide up to $2 billion in economic benefits, but new concerns over pipeline safety arose this past week when another part of the existing Keystone pipeline leaked some 210,000 gallons of crude oil in eastern South Dakota.
And turning to weather, Bob, a lot of people will be traveling this week. What can they expect?
We've got some rain falling right now, and we want this to fall right now because this is what we call our sooner forecast. We can get this in and get it out of here. We can get back to the good stuff by the time folks are traveling for Thanksgiving. So here's what's happening right now. You can see the light rain showers in Billings and some heavier showers between Hardin and Hardin and Billings right now. Pull back and you see it's a kind of a classic 1-2 punch. We've got cold air dropping down from Canada, a lot of warm air moving in and moist air moving in from the west. The two are overrunning Montana, and that's why we're seeing rain and rain mixing with snow here. And here's what our forecast shows. It looks like we're going to be in this rain showers right up until 7:30, 7:45 tonight. Then after that, by probably sometime around 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll see that rain change over to snow. Then that kicks out of the way, and then it's just really nice stuff all the way into the holiday. So some good news there. Winds blowing a little bit tonight. They are expected to die down in about another hour. We'll have more on that in a few more minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. Well, a very busy day today at Family Service.
Cars lined up and boxes of groceries and turkeys were distributed to those in need across our community. Now, the free Thanksgiving meals helped more than 1,000 Billings area families.
Also, thanks to the Billings Rotary Club donating the dinner boxes. and to the Breakfast Flakes, donating additional turkeys.
Still to come on tonight's 5:30 News, we'll head back to when gas was just 28 cents a gallon.
That's right. Do you remember what was on TV back then? Well, we'll remember right along with you after the break.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news.